One of the theories as to why many of the resolutions that were put forward at this conference met so much resistance, and I think from what I've heard from many of the governments here, it was a surprising degree of resistance. One of the theories for that is that some states feel that the ICRC is overstepping its mandate. They point to, for example, the studies you've done on customary international law, on the question of who is a combatant, and they suggest that the ICRC shouldn't be coming up with these new rules. That should only be the prerogative of governments. So where does your role in interpreting, codifying, proposing changes to IHL end and the role of member states begin? And if governments are beginning to try to have more control of that process, what does that mean for the ICRC's role moving forward?
Let me just say very clearly, I don't think that the ICRC is overstepping its mandate. We have had a mandate from the previous conference to explore a new mechanism and to make proposals to this conference. And that's what we have done. And also in the areas that you have mentioned, it is very much the role of the ICRC to make proposals to states on the basis of the experience that we make on the ground. So none of those studies is somehow came out of the blue, but is in sync with the mandate enshrined in the Geneva Conventions, that we are here to submit proposals and to take initiatives, and this is a right that is confirmed in the statutes of the movement. So I think it's really the wrong argument to bring forward. We have always said and accepted that it's up to states afterwards to decide what they want to do with the proposals we make. So what has happened over the last 3 or 4 days is exactly what is foreseen in the mandate of ICRC and the mandate of states. We made proposals, we explored the field, we made studies, we informally consulted, we made lists of the pros and cons of the different mechanisms. We tried to see where a possible compromise could be, and it's up to state afterwards to take the responsibility. They said and they decided not to act as fast, as comprehensive as we would have liked, but to rather take more time to deliberate and negotiate some of the directions and proposals that we have made.